By any measure, our schools are doing an outstanding job of delivering academics and faith to the over 71,000 students in our care. You know that we graduate over 98% of our students from high school and over 96% go on to colleges and universities. Last year's high school graduating class of 2018 earned over $200 million in scholarships to colleges and universities. Our standardized test scores are among the highest in the country, consistently outperforming local competitive options. And you heard about our success with the U.S. Department of Education Blue Ribbon Awards. But our schools are not just good for students, but for families and entire communities. Studies have shown that rates of poverty and violence and crime decline due to the presence of a Catholic school in a neighborhood. Catholic school graduates are more likely to vote, more likely to pray, more likely to attend church or a house of worship regularly, more likely to give back to their community through service. So our schools are not just good for students and families, but are an intrinsic part of the common good. They benefit the entire Chicagoland region.
Your commitment to our schools and the families that we serve, as well as the teachers, school administrators, and staff, contributes mightily in our efforts to ensure that our students obtain an excellent academic education and human formation in the Catholic tradition that is going to prepare them to take responsibility for their lives and to be meaningful members of society in building up the common good. Your presence today is nothing short of buying into a shared vision that understands that education is not solely about learning and lessons, but about forming future leaders. Your presence here today has everything to do with your own personal stories that have led you to become so engaged as a member of the church and of society, engaged believers and citizens who go out in the world as competent employers and employees, as civil servants and elected officials, dedicated volunteers and caring neighbors. All of you step forward on a day-to-day basis to address the complexities of life and have a deep desire in your hearts to explore creative solutions and opportunities of our rapidly changing world.
How can a Catholic university truly transform the church? We make sure our Catholic students have many opportunities to remain grounded in their faith. Just as with our sister institutions across the country, DePaul has an active campus Catholic ministry. We partner with a local parish, St. Vincent de Paul, to offer a student mass every Sunday. From the choir to preparing the altar, our students plan every aspect. Nearly 20 students provide volunteer work at our soup kitchen, which operates 6 days a week. And we have 13 students enrolled in the Catholic Learning Community, where they take Catholic studies classes and visit parishes to experience social service programs in action. In June, these students will receive a certificate of recognition from the Archdiocese. The majority of our students who participate in our ministry programs graduated from Catholic high schools. They were active in their youth ministries, and we want them to stay that way in college. Our goal is to keep their Catholic faith strong and help them grow as leaders so they will go on to be active in their own parishes. That's how the future generation will keep the Catholic faith alive and thriving.
I think we're at a time today that demands some fortitude from us. We're in the second year of the Illinois Tax Credit Scholarship Program for kids. It's a seminal program that has a demand that exceeds supply more than 5 times. In fact, this week alone, 38,000 families applied to just one of our scholarship granting organizations, Empower Illinois, for scholarships that, as the Cardinal said, numbered 3,000 last year. Parents across Illinois have spoken. Catholic schools in the Archdiocese regularly form students to achieve better academic results than most of their local peers, and this from the inner city to the west side to the suburbs. But it's not just that Catholic schools perform, they actually make schools around them better. They strongly contribute to the formation of character and create great citizens. They treat every child, and I see this with my daughters, they treat every child as unique in an atmosphere of mutual respect and friendship and love. They invite everyone in the school, and that's part of the school community, to a close relationship with Jesus Christ, who is our Lord, who is the greatest teacher, and of whom, with our school children, we are all disciples.